What's up, everyone? To the weekly updates video. Sebastian's got some sauce to share.
Yeah, I can't really share too much though because of API keys. And also I'm too good for you guys. Okay, I'm trolling now.
Share the
Um,
landing page.
yeah, I'm gonna share the landing page. It's sick. I need to send yeah, I sent you a
Yeah,
request now.
yeah,
Am I sharing now or no?
yeah.
Okay, I need to click it again. Uh, uh, wow, I have a lot of tabs open. There we go. So here we have the new CRM sheet. None of these numbers are correct, so don't think too much about that. But the recent changes that I made, first of all, is a cool spreadsheet. I'm gonna go through it. But I made the logo in the top left corner, as you can see. I also made the logo on the sidebar or whatever you want to call it. Um, and then we just have the main spreadsheet where it shows revenue, active clients, new clients, ad spend, leads, CPL, ROAS, IG followers, TikTok followers, and YouTube subs.
I'll give
Um,
people a little behind the scenes, then you can continue. So basically, if you didn't check in last week, we're building a Claude Code dashboard for us and for our clients. And Sebastian actually launched it, created it, and now we're actually going to work on it more. And in the future, we're planning on having a login section for every single client. So they log in using their password email, and then they have their own custom dashboard with all their information, just so you guys understand. So you can continue.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually make that for this one as well, a login. But here you can see revenue. You can click on these or like click over the name or whatever it says, and then it just pops or it goes away or it pops up. Same with this one, revenue shows. Now it doesn't. Same with leads, ad spend. Um, Also here, of course, here as well. Here I'm gonna fix this so it's like on a line instead of underneath each other because now it's a lot of dead space here. Um, Here we have the basically all of the stuff that is saying up here is where we edit it down here. So for this sample, let's just say 20K. That was no, boom, and then it updates, and then you can see it here. And that goes for everything else: IG followers, TikTok, YouTube subs, ROAS, CPL, everything. And here we have client progress tracking, which is obviously where you put your clients or our clients. This is not our clients, but I recently made a change to have colors on these, so it needs attention. Then it's orange, behind, red, completed, blue. There you go. And then on track green. Here you can see milestones hit, progress, launch, first over 12K launch. Um, yeah, and all the check-ins you've done with it, of course. Here we have the content ideas, which is taken from all of these people. So it's just Alex Mosi, Magachi, Dan Henry, all of those big names in the industry, which is educational content, entertaining content, and promotional content. And then you can do, let's say this one, how I scaled from 0 to 10K a month with just Facebook ads. Then you can click on where it says YouTube, and then it just changes to LinkedIn, Twitter, all, Instagram, all. So it basically goes to whichever platform that you use, and then you can change this one as well, high, low, and medium in terms of I think it is how well it performs. I'm not 100% sure because I actually just made this. Um, and then we have competitor watch, which can be your competitor people. So whoever it is, if it is Alex Ramosi as your competitor, you are doing some crazy stuff that I don't know what you're doing, but you have him as a competitor, which is insane. But you're gonna have your competitors here, what content style they have, key takeaways from their content, and what obviously platform they're using in the main place. And then we have brand voice, which is basically what sort of brand you want to build or what you want to post. So let's say you want to have a bold tone, confident, no bullshit, action oriented language. It's not that deep with this one, to be honest. Themes, freedom, scaling, results over theory, personal brand as leverage, as accelerator. Then we have target avatar, which can be mindset coaching or a normal human being that's trying to start a business, age 22 to 35, can be whatever current situation they're in, goals they have, pain points, where they hang out, buying triggers, and then the content avatar that fits those people. So that is the content that will pop up here, obviously, because you want to have it to your target avatar and also your brand voice. Yeah, that's the site.
That's pretty sick. And I think a big thing that is going to help for delivery, especially, is the way we do our delivery is we've got six different phases that people go through. So when someone, let's say, completes phase one, there's certain actionable steps that people need to do. Maybe I'll just share it on my screen and so I can explain it better. Um, Yesterday when I was at the gym, Sebastian was like sharing this, and I was like, "Holy fuck, this is cool." But anyway, with this dashboard, you might have, a certain phase or a certain to do or certain checklist that they need to complete, and then you can do like, I don't know, phase one, this to do, right? So if you go to our school, this is for the paying clients, so you guys might not see this if you're, just got the access to this. But within phase one, there's certain to-dos that need to be done, right? There's certain action points. And we can connect it with a tally form that they have to fill out when they fill out phase one. So it will sync and we know exactly where our clients are in terms of their journey. So that's pretty cool. And we can update this because for a long time, we didn't like we sometimes had like a client dashboard for clients, but it's very hard to keep track of every single client, how many touch points, how much money they generated, all of this stuff. But if you have them fill out a form when they get a win, or fill out a form when they get a certain checkpoint done in the course, and it updates here, that's pretty sick. Because for example, Martina joined us a month and 3 weeks ago. She just made her first €2,000 sale with her, um, what's it called? With her coaching business. So we can actually track some of that data. We can be like, okay, how long ago did she join? How much did she spend on ads? What was the wins that she made? What phase of the course is she in? And then we have all the data and we can show that off to our stories, to whatever, because like nowadays, especially because of the trust recession, and I know it's a buzzword, like people are losing trust, but it's just true. They just are. So if you have all this data and you can say, look, this is exactly when my client joined, this is the results that she got, and this is, I don't know, the things that she had to do, then it's so clear and you can show that as results and evidence. This also is if you're a mindset coach, if you're a fitness coach, you can leverage this and show it off. And that's what we're going to be doing for our clients as well, is the stuff we're building, we're going to be building for them. Um, Obviously, in terms of the trending videos, you have to pick competitors. This is why Sebastian made a joke. You can't put people like Alex Hormozi in here, right? It's just not gonna hit well. Put people that are in a roughly the same like stage in business than you and put them here. So if you're someone that's got 5,000 followers and you are a fitness coach, put someone that has 20,000 followers, 50,000 followers, and put them as competitors. Because most likely you have a higher chance of being successful if you recreate some of their ideas in your voice, um, which can help here. And we've actually got a whole AI chatbot that can help you create this, and it can probably have even more detailed information than it does now to make these ideas even better. So
Yeah,
that's,
I'm gonna make an agent actually.
sorry?
So I'm gonna make an agent who can probably do your research and all of that stuff for you, so you can
Yeah.
have most of it figured out.
Yeah. This is pretty sick.
I'm
Um,
currently making a change to the dashboard now, so you can see the before and after. But yeah,
Dude, this is so cool. Like YouTube, Instagram, you can see the Instagram growth over time, TikTok growth, or you can get rid of them to only see one. Clients, new clients that have gained, new revenue. It's just so cool looking. Like,
it's crazy thinking how much this would cost us to have this site up and running in, like let's say 2, 3 years ago.
Dude, 2, 3 years ago, we were like, bro, there's no way, like, we're gonna get in software like way down the line.
Yeah.
And now 1.5 years, 2 years, we're fucking launching our own custom software, basically, where all of our clients are gonna get access to. And let's say, guys, let's say you're a fitness coach. You can probably, if you give it a bunch of information, come up with your own like diet software, diet tracker, and they get access to. And what you can do is, in order to create retention with your clients, you can be like, look, when you're part of my coaching, it's free. But if you want to get access, if you want to retain access to all of your progress, your check-in photos, everything, it's going to be $20 a month after that. And even like it's not a ton of money if you have like a software, but if you have 20, 30, 40 clients leaving you over the years with your coaching business, and you've got a few thousand coming in every month on repeat because people get access to your software and they love it, that's awesome, you know? Because
Yeah.
for me, I think the biggest thing is when people start with something, this is why software is so profitable, by the way. When you see like a software startup and it makes like 100 grand a month, when you sell a business, they have what's like multipliers, right? And software is like an 8 to 10x multiplier, which is one of the highest. And the reason that is because when people are comfortable with something, they like to stick to it. So even if there's a better option down the line, people are just so comfortable in their day to day, they will stick with software. And that's why software has such great longevity because people don't want to change. Even if there's an email software that's half the price of the one I'm using now, I'm probably just going to be like, fuck it. I've got all my stuff there. I know how it works. I'm just going to stick with it. And that's why this is really good to keep clients longer. And even if they do leave, you charge them a monthly fee to get access to this and you make it awesome. And like what I'm even thinking with our clients now, this is a little bit further down the line, but we have a one vision, in phase one, we have a one vision document where people have their goals, their mood boards, their identity statement, all of this stuff. We can have a tab in our software and they can have all this information in there. They don't have to get a separate Google Doc or whatever. They can just get access to our software and they can build it in here. It shouldn't be too difficult. You add a voice note, you add your vision board in here, and then people have access to it in here. And it makes the experience for clients like 10 times better because they're like, holy shit, they have a full thing. What I want to do real quick, just for the purpose of like showing off, we do have yellow as a as our brand colors. That's why Sebastian put yellow, but um it's a specific hex code that's a little bit different than this. So what I'll see is I'll give you the hex code and see if you can change it live. Okay?
Bro, I've already changed the client distribution part.
Really?
Yeah, just refresh the site and then go down to the wheel again.
Here?
I'm not seeing what you're doing right now. Yeah, that one. Look, it
What,
was above before, but now I'm actually making a change to it again.
what did you change?
Wait, it's currently building right now. So I'll let you know and then you can refresh it again.
Okay, bet. In the meantime, I will send you this is just a Canva document. This is our golden color we copyrighted this color, guys. So don't go and try to use this
Oh.
color because this is our color.
Wait,
Um,
go back to the spreadsheet now and don't refresh the spreadsheet
yeah,
and go down to yeah, look at the client status distribution on the right.
this one, yeah.
Yeah. And now refresh and look at it.
It's in the middle now.
Yeah. And takes more of this dead space away.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good. It's good that you thought of the dead space, to be
And
honest.
that just takes me like it takes me to terminal where it gives me the codes, which I then create a new terminal and then it just loads. And brings me to railway, which is okay, it's really deep, but at the same time it's really quick. So
Bro's a genius. Change the color to that specific yellow tone. I want to see if it works because that's our exact yellow that we use for
oh, I
everything.
thought I had the right yellow.
It's kind of like a muted yellow. It's not like yeah, but just try that. Guys, this is the future. Um, but but seriously, like this type of stuff, I'll be honest, I think it was a month and a half ago I told Sebastian like, "Oh, I want to make a one vision software." And then I was like, "Yeah, but it's too distracting right now, so let's do it later." And now it's like the time to do it, like one and a half months later. And it's just so sick. So we're gonna
You
create a
muted.
login. Did you change it?
Or no, you're just lagging.
Yeah, I just saw.
I'm currently making the change right now. But obviously it's on the whole site, so it doesn't take 2 seconds as the other one. Now
Yeah.
I'm now I'm copying the codes.
The hacker. Um,
The long-term game is, or not long, not even long-term, it's crazy to say. The
yeah,
game is to build out AI agents, which you then sell to people that need it. Because the business space right now is completely different to what it was 1 and 2 years ago.
yeah,
So instead of people hiring a lot of people to do the specific things, you literally just build them agents that you can just put into their business and then you just charge high fees. That is
yeah.
what Alex Mosley talked about, at least.
You want to come inside of their business and then give them the AI agents.
Pause.
Uh, no, but it's
Pause,
true.
dude.
Like you just want to come
Now,
inside. Oh,
look
let
at
me,
it. Share the sheet before you refresh.
okay, okay, okay.
Now you
Refresh.
see the yellow.
Wait, what the fuck is it? Nice, nice, bro. Yeah, nice. Good shit. Good shit.
It's
Yeah, this is the
crazy.
yellow.
We can just make as many changes as we want to this sheet and make it as crazy as you want it to be.
Yeah. But basically, you want to come inside their business and you want to give them an AI agent to do the work, just like Sebastian said.
Yeah, but you should just like you had to just explain it in a weird way.
Oh
But
man,
yeah, now that's literally what you want to do. You wanna
that's actually what you want to do, bro.
that's what you want to do. You wanna come there and no,
You want to
what
come?
can we use a different word than come?
No, I'm not even
You wanna
joking.
go
Like,
there?
you want to go inside their business, and when you're inside of it, you want to just place the agents, right? Because like in the past, like keep in mind, guys, this is how crazy this is. Like on a serious note, when Sebastian and I came in the space, short form content editing was the new thing.
Yeah,
Like, not even joking. When we came in the space, short form
that's three
content,
years ago.
that was like yeah, 3 years ago. Three
Yeah.
years ago. I started business around April 2023. And during the year of 2023, that was when short form content editors, that was the big hype.
Wait, but it should be said though. AI and like ChatGPT and all of those like things worked at that time. People were actually using API and coding and stuff like that at that time. But now it's just, more people need to do it because like the hype is there. So people need to adapt. As we human beings, we need to adapt constantly, But that is what we do. Um, so we needed to adapt. But at the time, which you talked about, like just having B-rolls on your videos was sick.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Like
but
now people are bored of that.
yeah, what the point I wanted to make is, like Sebastian said, the standard has completely changed. Now, if you're a content editor, it's like, bro, Like, what the fuck? Like, that's basic
Yeah.
knowledge. If you are not in Claude Code editing and creating softwares and agents, then you're actually behind. That's the standard right now.
Yep.
That's the standard. And if you're not doing that, someone's gonna be able to replace you really quick. I saw Ollie, our mentor, he used a AI to edit a video. It's not very good. It's still at the very beginning, but bro, soon in a few months,
Yeah.
it's gonna edit your shit for you, and then you don't need Premiere Pro or CapCut or any of that. It's just gonna do it for you, and that's the standard.
You know what this feels like? It feels like the time when you first figured out what ChatGPT was. You know?
Yeah,
That is what I feel like now. Like you, like I, when I go to bed, I'm like, I'm ready to go up the next morning and start building stuff with coding and Claude. And
yeah,
it feels exactly like ChatGPT was when that was the hype and everything. Now it's like, now Anthropic and Claude is the new thing, you know?
yeah,
But it's also not the general basic stuff that it was three, 4 years ago, where you just searched up things and you're just like, oh my God, it's talking to me and all of that. Now it's like, bro, build me shit or get out of here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really crazy, and now like with content, with short form content, like because how fast things are moving, just do like mostly raw content. Yes, you can do edited sometimes, but what I've seen is just do raw, just focus on the value of the content itself and not the actual editing as much because it's just not super high leverage. Like I thought about it yesterday. This is a bit off topic, but like if you are someone that can get a ton of views with raw content and you're someone that can get a ton of views with editors, think about it from like a lifestyle and a freedom perspective. To run the same thing, the exact same thing, let's say you're posting once a day, one person needs to have maybe multiple editors, a content system to get it reviewed, high quality cameras to get content out every day, and then the other person needs to spend 5 minutes a day recording a raw video and posting it. Like, that's the craziness that I see with content is like, I'll just glaze this guy because I think he's pretty good. Nick
Wait, before you go
Comodino.
there,
Yeah.
one thing that I realized when you talked about this just now is that before people were really focused on the front end, like the editing, how things looks, it needs to be cool, but their back end was really simple and they just wanted people through. Now it's quite literally the opposite. Now people want raw content, where it's like, oh, he's authentic. I really resonate with this guy. But then you come to the back end of the system, where it's like Claude Code is literally doing everything for them, and it's like it's everything is automated and running with a smooth what do you call it? Like as a smooth machine,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. Like that's actually a really good point because I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like I'm not gonna name any names, but we invested in some programs where the back end and the fulfillment was just shit. Like it was not good. It didn't really have any like amazing value. And now because of this update, I guess, with Cloud Code, everyone's delivery is should be top notch. Like should be amazing because of the fact that you can automate and use agents to deliver. So that's why with certain coaching businesses, like Sebastian said, raw content, easy, simple, you get into the back end, and then they're fucking crushing it with automations, onboarding, delivery, everything should be dialed in. Um, I just want to
Yeah.
quickly go into Nick. Don't quote me, I think he's making 600 to 800K a month. And for me, like what takes more skill? Like let's just think skill wise. If you have a massive editing team, you've got a content manager, you've got all this shit, and you do well with content, that's cool. But if it's just yourself and your phone talking to the camera, what requires more skill? This. Because it's just like just you. And if this guy can post a few times a day, twice, 3 times a day, get like 150 views, 150 likes a video on average, 200 views, whatever. And he gets 600 to 800K a month. Like that's flex. And also, if he gets a new client on board, I know I might be lagging a bit here. If he gets a new
Yeah.
client on board, he can just tell them, like, I'm doing the same thing as you. Like, I'm doing the exact same fucking thing as you. If you work with, let's say, I don't know, an example of someone that edits highly content, but let's say you work with someone that does super highly edited content. I'll give you an example. Again, nothing against the people I'm shouting out, but it's just an observation, okay? This guy, he's a content coach, right? And he's got an editor. He has like that's not too hard content, but let's say this one. Like let's say you're trying to recreate this type of style. You need a mic, you need a well lit, you need a lot, you need an editor, you need a highly quality good camera. When you work with this guy, you need to understand that's the direction he's going to push you into. You need to have an editor, edit like a great camera, LUTs, animations, all of that stuff. So the thing is, you have to think about that when you're building your business. What do you want? Do you want a business where you have to spend hours and hours and hours every single week just generating content ideas? Or do you just want to be like Nick, just posting, giving value, being yourself? Maybe you won't get like, maybe you don't have like super viral capabilities because he's just talking, but he's building a bit more of a connection, I feel like.
The thing with Nick is that he's constantly pushing the same message. And in one of those videos, I don't know if it's the 10K one, which is top right, or if it's the one 12.7 in the middle almost.
Mm.
But one of those videos is where he's literally saying, everyone knows you're posting content or making content with AI. Just stop it. It's shit. Like he's pushing the image that you should be authentic and don't rely on AI to talk for you because people will realize that in the videos. What he's doing is literally just picking up his camera and then starting to talk, and he's gotten so good at it that it's like it's weird for him not to.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. And yeah, it's just I have a lot of respect for this dude because if he's building like I can see he's building a awesome business. I think every Friday he does an in-person like meetup with his clients. But I don't know, I just respected that he's just like being himself, posting stuff, and he's just really good at delivering his message and he gets it across without any crazy editing, without any crazy stuff. And I think that's where most business owners should be looking to, not the
Yeah.
highly edited stuff. I think the highly edited stuff should be left for YouTube, actually. But anyway, we spent almost half an hour together. I don't want to make these videos too long if they don't have to be. Do you want to
Yeah.
mention anything or
Nah, probably by next video I'll have something else figured out with Claude Code or built. But as I said, I want to see what it can do with the agent side of things. So basically, I'm not looking too much into agents to be honest, because let's be real, like we don't need that much, you know, okay, we need outsourcing in our business, but we don't need literally agents that is doing stuff, if that makes sense. You know, we're not trying to automate everything so we can just sit on our lap and, I don't know, do whatever. So the thing with agents, I think it's a lot of cool stuff that you can build, but I think also it's really we talked about this with Oli, our mentor, yesterday, that a lot of people are using AI basically just as a distraction for themselves, where they like, okay, cool, I built this sick AI system and outsource everything. Okay, cool. How are you making money from that? Oh no, it's coming, it's coming. I'm just going with the flow. I'm building sick stuff. And then it's like, in the end, most people are trying to make money off of this. But if you're just building just to have fun and, do jack shit about it, then, you're literally just wasting your time. So it's a fine
100%?
margin between that.
I think just to kind of bounce off of that, I think the biggest value that I can see in terms of what it does for us is makes the client experience even better. So people will be giving us even better testimonials, being like, holy fuck, these guys know what they're doing. Onboarding, systems, delivery, everything is there. And also, if they have a platform that they can store all of their data in one place, there's a higher likelihood that they're going to continue working with us because they have this dashboard with us, with their vision board, with everything in there. And you need to think logically, like, let's say we build this, we're not going to be selling this freaking dashboard for 20 bucks a month as a software. That's not where we're going to get the value. Where we are going to
Yeah.
get the value is our clients get it, and then they pay us thousands of dollars extra to work with us for a longer period of time because we have these types of systems in place. I'm gonna have to charge my computer. Um, but that's where I see the value for us is, just providing more value for our clients. Cool. But I'm going to end this weekly call and feel free to comment in school what you want to see next time, but we'll do more Claude stuff for sure.
Yeah, it's I mean it's what people have to adapt to, and we also have to adapt to it. That's the thing. Like in the beginning I was in the beginning,
In
have
the
you heard?
beginning, in the beginning.
In the beginning I was like I'm not too keen on doing all Claude code and stuff, but now I have to and it's sick.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm happy you like it because the worst possible thing that could happen is like I tell you like, dude, you need to get into this, and then you're like, fuck, I don't like it, you know? But it seems like you enjoy it, so that's good.
Yeah. Why is there
Cool.
someone bush camping behind your
My brother, he's going on a half a marathon. What? Nah, I don't think so. Look, show him your fish tank, bro. Look, he's got a full fish tank with water in it. How would you
is there a
suck it?
marathon now?
How would I suck it?
Yeah. Oh, no. Wait, wait, put in the thing. Put in the thing. How does it work?
Yeah, I know. You have to bite on it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said. Um,
Okay, I'm leaving this call before it gets too weird, and
okay.
we're just getting fucked over by school and shit.
Okay, okay. Okay. See you guys.
What is it called? Like we're getting shadow banned. Yeah, yeah.
We're getting shadow banned.
We're the first to get shadow banned on school.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. That was that. We'll see you guys next Friday with some new updates. And yeah,
Cool.
I don't know what to add to that.
Cool. See ya.
Cool.